Hello, I'm Sara, and I'll be giving an overview on the importance of adopting sustainable development methodologies. Sustainable development in brief is the kind of development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to satisfy their own needs as well. The UN set 17 sustainable development goals that have been put into action since the year 2016. When we adopt sustainable development policies, various opportunities arise that have positive impact on its three pillars: social, economic, and environmental. On a social aspect, we create a cohesive society, strengthen social inclusion, and empower people's sense of belonging. We reduce poverty and ensure better health care for everyone, poor and rich, achieve gender equality, and witness women's effective participation in decision-making. Economically, we achieve long-term economic growth, increase green economy projects, create local and global investment opportunities, reach a great level of economic self-sufficiency, providing better job opportunities and reducing unemployment rates. On the environmental aspect, we mitigate the hazardous impacts of climate change, expand the use and dependency on green energy, reduce greenhouse gas emissions and promote sustainable mobility, conserve forest and wildlife in addition to controlling the loss of biodiversity. Policies needed to achieve sustainable development start with raising public awareness about the sustainable development goals and how they directly impact our lives. And here comes the great role of civil society in organizing conferences, workshops, and public awareness campaigns. We need to adjust trade policies to attract foreign investments, and as example, the Egyptian Economic Reform Initiative. Adding economic incentives for startups and small businesses depending on green economy. We need to develop a roadmap for sustainable mobility and put an action plan for low emission zones. Need to have strong governance and digital transformation strategies and act towards more integrated, smart, and green cities. The challenges of adopting sustainable development principles include the lack of social awareness of the SDGs and their crucial role in our lives, the rapid population growth causing an imbalance between the available resources and the population, limitations of financial resources, weak infrastructure specifically in developing countries, climate change and its consequences, political turmoil and the social unrest. Example for this, the war happening right now between Russia and Ukraine is affecting everyone globally. Under the umbrella of Egypt Vision 2030, a tremendous number of projects are running, having a tangible impact on achieving sustainable development and better standard of living for all Egyptians. As you can see in the slides, the recently implemented Cairo bike sharing system Go Green initiative تحضر للأخضر reflects the goal of sustainable mobility in the framework of sustainable cities and communities. The Universal Health Insurance Program and the public health campaigns aim at ensuring good health and well-being for all Egyptians. Digital transformation implies moving towards building up strong governance and infrastructure. Last but not least, Egypt hosting COP27 demonstrates the serious efforts that the government is taking to confront the climate crisis. Since GIS tools support users in data analysis, understanding data patterns within geographic context, leading to better understanding and communication of results, increasing the efficiency and accuracy of decision-making, I find my work as a GIS data engineer strongly relevant and crucial to achieving sustainable development. GIS applications exist in the fields of healthcare, architecture, transportation, industry, and even fighting climate change. This chart was created during COVID-19 outbreak using GIS tools, which reflects the use of GIS in the field of healthcare. GIS was used in visualizing and detecting patterns of COVID-19 spread to provide better understanding of its origin and limit its transmission. GIS also provides research experts with accurate and accessible data for analysis, real-life tracking of new cases, which was critical for decision makers to set priorities of delivering medical supplies, going for lockdown, travel bans, and other strict actions. In the field of urban planning, GIS provides comprehensive analysis on the suggested lands considered for future development and expansion. For decision makers to create integrated smart and green cities, they need to have technologies that determine how, when, and where their designs can have the greatest impact to improve the quality of life. When the new cities take sustainable transportation into consideration, they achieve better integration of the economy while respecting the environment, improving social equity, health, resilience of cities, and urban-rural linkage. GIS is widely used in predicting the impacts of climate change on Earth's surface. For years, there have been continuous discussions on coastal erosion, sea level rise, putting Alexandria and other coastal cities at risk of flooding. GIS tools are great help in spatial data analysis, generating comprehensive reports, and creating visualizations, predicting how the future of those cities could look like. With decision makers having such visualizations, clear visions of the danger that we're facing, they are asked to act accordingly. On a personal level, I would like to highlight my initiative of transforming our office into becoming eco-friendly through the recycling of single-use plastic bottles. The initiative was recognized on a global scale across the company, and we even received an award of excellence for our environmental act. I'm ending my presentation by quoting the words of Dr. Hala Said. We must acknowledge that although adversities can be everlasting, they accelerate resilience and pave the way to a more inclusive and sustainable future. So let's all commit to achieving a sustainable future for us and for the coming generations. I wish you enjoyed the presentation, and thank you.